Today's truth is not a rant. It is a reset. I want to share why I've taken a step back from politics, why I'm not wading as constantly into the back and forth and the deep mud that is the garbage that is our daily political system. Somewhere along the way, the message got drowned in the noise. And yesterday was just a reminder of where I see it in full color. And obviously, since the election, I have dialed it back tenfold when I talk about politics. Part of it because at this point, I am definitely an individual, a man, or whatever you want to call it, a man without a party. Um, I grew up Democrat. I've been Republican for a while, and at this point, I am full blown independent on so many levels and disgusted with a lot of the things that I've seen on both sides. But it goes beyond that, and there is a message behind this, which I hope that you will appreciate. Like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. I'm going to put my comments on the stage. I'm politically homeless. Correct, Casey. I am very politically homeless. And I think that people with a discerning head on their shoulders are politically homeless. Casey, while you're there, because I was about to say real quick, if anybody wants to go to the website, is the website up? I should have checked before I went. That we had a little issue this morning, and I'm going to make this video quick because I've got 5 minutes until I do my office hours. But we in the last however many hours, not yet, it's almost done. In the last however many hours, we have done. I've had issues with trademark. I have had legal stuff where the crowdfunding, it just doesn't make any sense. And then this morning found out that I was hacked. We were hacked on the Yay Sports website. So it is currently down. And we are rebuilding it. Casey, the man, the myth, the legend, is rebuilding it as we speak. But whenever you're watching this, it's probably a little bit later, unless you're watching live, like 21 people currently. Go to yaysportsgear.com. As you can see, we've got the red stitching, black hat, white rope, great for IU, Texas Tech, all those schools, UNLV, whatever. You got it. That's where you want to go. I'm still deciding if there's any lawyers out there. I need somebody to look over a contract, or potentially do crowdfunding on my own, where we actually just do a contract and do it separate, so we're not giving fees to somebody else. If you're a lawyer and you know contract law, hit me up. Anyways, with that said, also this next Monday, GetBetteratspeaking.com. We've got my free Monday night webinar. It's up. It is up. Casey said it's up. The Yay Sports Gear. But you can go to a free speaking webinar on Monday night if you want to get better at speaking. Go to GetBetterAtSpeaking.com. Thursday night this week, we have our final competition of the 8-week speaking class. If you are interested, hit me up on my Instagram at Anthony Michael Russo. Again, that's at Anthony Michael Russo. Hit me up on there and send me a direct message, and I'll give you an invite to that Zoom so you can see people compete. All right, I've got 5 minutes max to get through this. So I'm talking about politics today, but not from the swamp of getting into politics. I'm talking about why I have to dial it back for my own sanity. So yesterday, in full living color, you saw what Trump said. And as I've said, I do think, without shadow of a doubt, he was the right choice between the two. But it reminded me yesterday how horrific both of our choices were. I actually thought Trump could have been a good choice on his second term. I'm not happy with a lot. I still think I made the right choice. I feel like I have to preface that. But at the same time, seeing that yesterday was not leadership. I can tell you how he spoke about Rob Reiner's death was disgusting. And then for the most part, even our own people on that political right agreed with me. There's still some that are full blown. It doesn't matter. His life was threatened. He's allowed to say what he wants. Well, okay. That gets us nowhere. So at the same token, I watch politicians on the left. It's not like I can just go be a Democrat again, because I watched people from the left, and in all reality, the policy of the left has completely lost their mind. You've got Gavin Newsom, which is probably the front runner for president, for the presidential nominee on the left, on the Democrat side, talking about how he has done more for trans kids. Then you've got leftist pundits that are mad about jingle balls. I mean, it's absolute insanity. And after the election, seeing all of the rhetoric that's out there from the right and the left, I just wanted to step away. And then I see, we've seen this for a long time. We've got Christians that I'm technically should be aligned with. They're spending more time judging people for their belief system than loving them. And I know that I just kind of fluffed off the trans kid concept a second ago, but in all reality, I pray for those that are adults that are trans. And I want them to be happy. I want people to be okay in their own skin. And I can disagree with lifestyle and still think that they are equal in the eyes of God and beautiful creatures. Now, I do think 99% of trans children have been programmed by parents that are just like, oh, you like putting fingernail paint on? You might be a girl. Okay. It's broken. Now, here is where the shift happens in my brain, and I encourage you the same thing. There's a post from Gary Vee last week, and he talked about it. Your income doesn't come from the left or the right. It comes from what you do. It comes from what you create. And I am, by my own definition, a creator. That concept that he said hit me like a freight train. He is right. All the division, all the headlines, the fights, they're not building anything for me. And I see so much sadness, whether it's abandoned dogs or people that are being killed in other countries or whatever it is, or even having the arguments. I had an argument with a guy that I like. He's a decent guy. He has a different religious belief than me. And we had a very productive conversation until it wasn't. And he is a Muslim. And I posted about, all these terror incidents and specifically what happened the other night or the other day for Hanukkah in Sydney. And there's still there's a blind allegiance to a country and a religion, which I don't have a blind allegiance to Christianity. I have a blind allegiance to what I believe is my creator, God, and my savior, which is Jesus. That's my blind allegiance. The religiosity side of it is not. Your actions, your voice, your work, and your faith is what can drive you on a daily basis. And when we're talking about the conversation that I had with him, there was one comment that where I talked about propaganda. I believe Israel's got propaganda. I believe the United States of America has propaganda. I believe we all have propaganda. Everybody does. Muslims, Palestinian, everybody has their propaganda wing. And to recognize that is productive. His belief was Palestinian is truth. All that is truth because we don't have to make it up. Everything else is propaganda. And that's where the conversation, I go, no, I mean, we're done. Like there is to not take any claim to flaws in your own people. If Allah is your go-to, then Allah's not flawed. Cool. That's totally your belief system. Once you start being ignorant to the fact that groups are flawed, you lose all realm of sensibility. And honestly, that's not Muslims. That's everybody at this point, every group, anybody that's got the pack mentality. So the real reason I step back is because I refuse to just be another voice in an echo chamber, which is what I was recognizing, which ironically enough, I'm going to be on a Twitter show tonight, an X show with my buddy Casey, a game show. I don't know what's going to be, but I don't know what's going on really right now. So it's going to be fascinating. So my purpose here was not to be another voice in an echo chamber, like I said. My purpose is to build, to create, to speak truth, not just about politics, but about life, purpose, and faith. As a Christian, as a creator, I don't want to be known for whom I judge. I want to be known for how I loved. I want to build a legacy that isn't just about finances, but it's about what I can give and how I stood for something without becoming the thing I stood against. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm putting this out there because yesterday I was incredibly disappointed in myself. And I know that people are already in my meeting, so I got to go. I had been put on my heart because I love these on social media, to pay for somebody's groceries. And I'm not wealthy by any means, but I'm like, I need to do that for somebody. And God tested me, put me behind. I'm like, when I'm at the grocery store, I'm like, maybe he'll put out the right person. There was a Hispanic lady in front of me and she goes to put $20 on a card, and I'm like, $330 was her bill. And then she did 20 it was like God gave me another chance. He's like, you want to do, I'm telling you to do it. and it was $310. And I choked. I froze. And now I know the next time I feel like I have to do it, it's going to be like $500. This woman took out an envelope of bills. So, an envelope of cash, which signifies probably like, this is what they're, whatever, getting by. And I choked and I froze in that moment, and it won't happen again. I know God's going to challenge me. He even gave me the, like, all right, it's not going to be 330. It's going to be 310. I didn't do it. So this is me calling myself out because I should have. So tonight's show is called "Are You Smarter Than a Politician?" So that's my message for today. I step back from politics to step forward into purpose. I have to go to my class or my open office hours. God bless everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Again, if you want to get better at speaking, go to my Monday night webinar, 6 p.m. Monday night, the 22nd. GetBetteratspeaking.com, 6 p.m. Central Time. I gotta go, guys. God bless. Don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human being. YaySportsGear.com. The page is up. Use First Team for 20% off at checkout. God bless. God bless. And have a great rest of your day. Charlie, we've got it from here. That too.